I really like some of the artists from your compilation series and wish I had full albums of those artists. No offense, but I tend to skip over some of the other artists. I'm super offended, super offended. Are you ever going to put out albums of some of the better artists from the compilations? Well, I'm sure there's a nicer way to put that. I'm glad you didn't name any names of who you skip, but that's okay. That's sort of what the compilations are for, so you can find the ones that you like, right? I mean, I hope that they're, I'm taking this personally. I hope that they're curated in a way that it's interesting all the way through, but I totally understand skipping over some of them. To answer your question, are we ever going to put out albums of some of the better artists from the compilations? Art is subjective, so the ones that you think are better, who knows what who knows what other people think about those artists? You don't know. I don't know. However, yes, we are putting out some albums from some of the artists that I personally think are very good. Whether my opinion and your opinion are the same is yet to be seen, or heard, I should say. But yes, I can tell you about some of the artists that were on the compilations that we have albums in the works. Let's see, Tom Amend, he did Tom Amend Trio on the compilations. He's a jazz cat. He's done a number of things on different Octave releases, but he has an octet, a jazz octet, and we recruited him to make an album, and it's done. It's mixed. We're working on the art, so you can look for that one, I don't know, next 2 or 3 months, I would hope. Let's see, Miguel Espinoza, he was on at least one compilation. I was very impressed with them. I like their music. They do like a flamenco fusion kind of thing. Flamenco guitar, cello, percussion. They add some different elements here and there. Those are the two that come. Alicia Streka, she's the accordion piano French singer woman who has appeared on some of the compilations. She is part of Gabriel Mervine's quartet for a live album that Paul recorded that is coming out probably in February, probably really soon. If you're seeing this video in February of 2023, look for Gabriel Mervine live at Nocturne. Alicia is very much part of that. She's one of the main instruments on there. Gosh, who else? I wish I knew who you thought was like good from the compilation series. Bonnie and Taylor Sims, they did some sort of bluegrass country. I think they had a 4-piece on the compilations. They have a full album that came out on Octave maybe a year ago now. And we're about to get their vinyl in, Bonnie and Taylor Sims Levelland. So if you like the country bluegrass vibe, gosh, who else? Who else has even been on there? Banshee Tree, they were on at least one compilation, and their frontman, singer-songwriter, Tom LaFond, has put out an album with us before and is finishing up an album now that's very synth heavy. I haven't actually heard it yet, but Paul told me just this week that he heard some of it being mixed and it's incredible. So if Paul thinks it's really good, it's probably really good, because he's a hard man to please. No, that's not true. Yes, it is true. No, it's not true. Yes, it is true. Let's see, who else? This is kind of a fun game to try and think back on who has recorded with us. That's maybe it. Those are the ones that I can think of right now. But hey, if there are any artists that you specifically mean when you say the better artists from the compilations, and you see this video, please drop it in the comments and tell me which of those artists were your favorite, so I can at least know who it is that you like, and then, you know, if we can do a full album with them, we will do a full album with them. So, thank you for the question, and no offense taken, even though I'm like, I feel like kind of a music mom. Like, I love all my children the same. Like, I think all the artists that we have put out on the compilations are good, but I understand it's up to personal musical taste. Some people like opera singers, some people like banjo. They don't always like both. So, thanks for the question.